why it is important for startups to get their finances and funding running.
It's very interesting. When they approached me, the Dummy series approached me to write this book. And by that time, I'd been an advisor in about 5 different enterprise agencies, privately as well, and giving workshops, etc. I'd had, like I said, by that time, maybe 20,000 experiences of working with businesses that were getting funded. And I remember thinking, if I put all of what I've learned into this book, people will stop asking me the same questions. Of course they didn't. A new generation of founders came and they asked me the same questions. But it was good for me to focus all the different aspects of, before you start, question really whether or not you and your home life and your family life or your personal life are ready for this. Make sure that there is a problem and you have a solution for that and you haven't just made that up on your own. Make sure you do a basic spreadsheet forecast, starting with the things you know you're going to spend and then the things that you might get in, so that you can get to some idea of how much money you need. The book talks about all the different types of funding that there are, whether it's equity or crowdfunding or debt or convertible debt. It goes through all the different types of funding and lots of resources that are in there and different stories. Talking to the people who set these organizations up as well for their advice. To this day, I'm still having these conversations with people and I still watch people start out and say, okay, I've done the forecast. I think I need 500,000. Then they'll ask for 50,000 and you ask them why. And they say, because I'm afraid that I won't be able to repay it. And if you don't, most of us know this, if you don't have enough money when you start, for the period of time, that 12 months, 18 months, however long your sales cycle indicates and however long you think it's going to get to break even, likely is that you will fail. Part of that is just accepting. I think the other thing is people think, especially if it's equity, that I must make sure that they get their money back. Equity funders know they're not always going to get their money back. They know 10 bets will yield 3 that die, 1 that's great, and so on. People, women in particular, are more afraid of not making the payback. They're not risk averse. Mm-hmm. You are right about that study where if you answer in the negative to somebody speaking to you negatively, you're less likely to get the funding. And I think that study bears it out. Whereas if you're asked a question in the negative, tell me how you're not going to lose my money versus tell me how you're going to make my money make more money. If you answer in the negative, you're less likely to get that money. There's the planning and the knowing, being able to explain what you're using the money for and why. There's the semantics, the way that you answer. There's the confidence. And then there's the awareness that investors are not expecting everything to go rosy. So it's okay if it doesn't pay out.